So, Arun, before starting the interview, could you please brief about your, let's say, your educational background and your professional journey so that we will take it forward or we could move forward. Okay. So, um, you are working as a support consultant right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what is your day-to-day activity in the support project?
My day-to-day activities, generally the issues comes from the users regarding the procurement to invoice verification. We have some issues will be generated from the user side. So my duty is to I want to resolve as early as possible within a priority.
Mhm. So, what are the
These are the main duties.
Okay.
And little bit have any configurations I want to manage.
Hmm. So in support project, you are doing the configuration changes also?
Yes, sir. Configuration changes also we am
Mhm.
changing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So okay. So you have said like you are working on the tickets on the priority basis. So what are the priorities are for your business? So what are the types of tickets that comes in different priorities? So what you have the SLA for that priorities ticket?
SLA priority, it is a severity and very medium level tickets.
Mhm.
So the issues like some users are creating purchase without processing goods received without purchase orders. So
Mhm.
for that, I want to tell them or I want to tell them to activate automatic PO if any changes in the background. So I want to change in the background. Uh,
Mhm.
so sometimes users can't get a document types in a proper way. So they are simply doing in purchase order by default setting. So I want to change in that way. Yeah, if any contract issues while doing purchase order, some contract issues will be disclosed like contract is exits for the for your purchase order. Please, so that kind of issues I'm solving.
Okay. Okay. So have you done any, let's say, if you have any challenges or if you have any, let's say, severe issues in your current project or current work?
Sir, when I talk about severe issues, yeah, severe issues. No, I manage both in single ways. When I got a ticket only, if I possible to do that, I definitely do the tickets. So severity, the tickets like if I tell incorrect mail in the purchase orders, so that kind of quantity exceeds in the target value of contract. So these are the severity issues I'm facing.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So going forward, so you have worked on the let's say from purchase requisition to invoice processing, till that you have worked. So
Yes.
basically what are the process that you are having in your business? So what kind of processes do you have, procuring process?
Yeah, my process generally business requirement is based on two kinds. One is a contract and contract based. We have the procurement and one scheduling also we have.
Mhm.
So for in that we create some purchase orders. So the vendor delivers the goods to the plant or storage location.
Mm. So how that scenario works, can you explain from let's say from purchase requisition to the and invoicing? Can you explain that
Yeah.
process for contract?
Yes. Purchase requisition, it initiates the procurement process.
Mm.
It is an internal document. So after generating the purchase requisition, so we convert purchase requisition to purchase order. After purchase order generating, okay, the vendor receives the information. Okay, that these kind of materials I want to send to plant. So the vendor will deliver the plant. If everything is okay, the user will accept that stock. in a one with a 101 movement type. If anything is mismatched against the purchase order document, so it will make some blocked stock. Some we have stock types, blocked stock into quality stock and inspection. So the vendor will do the activity. And if everything is okay by matching three-way procedure, we will go for invoice verification.
Mm-hmm.
We will do the payment for how much we received. For that, we are going to pay the amount.
Mm. Okay. So you have said you are going for a contract scenario, but you have not included anything for the contract.
Yeah,
Directly you have.
yes, we change we do the purchase order with reference to contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have already existing contract, or how you select the vendor, or what is the process for that?
We have a contract. See, contract. If before that I select. See, one we have doing purchase order with a reference to material. So I select in the contract. I check in the contract whether this material have any quantity contract or value contract. Based on that, we do the operation.
Mhm. So can you have both quantity contract and value contract for the same material?
Yes, we have. We have.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So apart from that, do you have any other scenario, or only procuring based on the scheduling agreement and contract?
Mm, no, sir. No.
Okay. So what is the process for scheduling agreement?
Yeah, if you process for scheduling agreement is after selecting the material, we have the schedule lines with the vendor. So he maintains some dates, some gaps. Okay, after creating the purchase order, I need some 10 days or 5 days of time based on the material and the transport. So he will deliver as per the mentioned dates. So that condition we maintain in the scheduling agreement.
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
predefined. It is predefined.
Okay. Okay. So for scheduling agreement, how you provide the PO to the vendor?
Schedule. We can generate from scheduling agreement. We can generate purchase order with reference to scheduling agreement also.
How you can do that?
Mm. Sorry, it can't possible. We do only with reference to contract and request for quotation in purchase order and purchase requisition. Yeah, scheduling agreement is linking with the in delivery schedule is linking with contract.
Okay.
Or we can manage that material in the material master view or in purchase info record we can maintain the delivery schedule. So delivery line item.
Mm. Okay. So where you can create a contract?
Mm. Sir, we have some SPRO settings in the backend, SPRO materials management contract, logistics general under contract, or we have the T code, SAP standard T code ME31L.
ME
31L.
31L. Okay.
Sorry, ME35K, sir.
Okay. Okay. So you have already mentioned that you have worked on implementation project.
Implement. No, sir, I am not worked on implementation project. I have good knowledge on implementation. So what are the activities involved in that? But I am looking for that opportunity to work under implementation.
But you have mentioned in experienced in business requirement gathering, procure to pay, testing, training, documentation, hypercare, post go live support, where you have done this kind of activities.
Yeah, one thing was happened in recent times. So the business requirement we want the reports. So I configure. I've written some functional specification for one of the fields in the report side. So user wants the business requirement is I want material purchase orders with reference to material group.
Mm,
So that standard field which was not available in our SAP. So for
mm,
that I written some logics and format for implementing that material group in the MMBE transaction code or MB51 transaction code.
mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you have also mentioned that you have done testing. So how did you do done that testing?
Yeah, it is the beginning of my career. So the team will given me to do some testing activities like it is see they are developed one of the configurations and
Mm,
providing to me like see purchase they provide test scenario, how to create purchase orders. I want to identify what kind of errors it was showing in the system.
mm,
So whether it was error in number ranges or the mandatory fields, they put in some mandatory fields, whether it is correctly reflecting or not. So these are all the test scenario I perform. It is
mm.
done. I received after the implementation
Okay.
development.
So where you have performed this testing, is there any tool for testing or you are performing it on the SAP itself?
No, we have this tool like HP Quality Center. We have the tool in that I perform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is on checking activity only. If the error showing error or not, that is the main agenda for that testing activity.
Mm, mm,
So as per the configuration, it was working or not. That's the my
mm.
job role in that.
So how did you test it, like if it is working for the scenario or not? Means what kind of testing have you done?
Yeah, for example, for creating purchase order, they mentioned like see purchase order T code is ME21, or they given our navigation SPRO materials management creating purchase order. So the
Mm,
navigation is correctly working or not. Then T code
mm,
is correctly working or not. After
mm,
selecting the material, they
mm,
mentioned some number ranges. The
mm,
number ranges generated within that mentioned number, right? Mentioned number ranges or not.
mm,
Thereafter, some integration activities with the ST shipping tab will be determining or not.
mhm,
Whether correct material master in the material master correct views are correctly standard material types we have, instead of they created their own material types as per the requirement from the business.
mhm,
Um, so whether those are displaying or not, and quantity and value update, valuation areas, valuation class, they are triggered and release procedures from the in point of inventory management while taking goods received correctly, automatically taking 101 movement type or not.
mhm,
Uh, yeah, while issuing goods in issue, a mandatory field is to asking cost center whether it is working or not. Yeah, these are the test scenarios I see.
mm. Okay.
And GL account triggering automatic account determination whether the correct transaction key with GL correct GL account is triggering or not for the correct movement type. So these are the activities.
Mm. So do you know about background jobs?
Yeah, I have the knowledge, but I'm not performed in
Mm,
background jobs.
okay. Also.
Yeah, if any some configurations I note down, and at the time of background jobs, I given through mail or to my senior team.
Mhm. So how you monitor the tickets?
Through mail or through we have service now application.
Okay.
Generally, majority in phone call and mail only. I get tickets.
Okay. Okay. So you have also worked on the output types, right?
Yes.
So how you can do the output for the purchase order?
Uh, It is similar to like pricing procedure of the purchase order. So
Mm.
the same fields like we have the access sequence and condition tables also we have. So for that we assign our access sequence and condition table to the message types like any view. It is the standard message we are seen in the standard SAP.
Mm.
Yeah, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, okay. So where you can do the output for the PO?
In backgrounds in SPRO setting, where in SPRO purchase order define output determination process for purchase order. Under that navigation we perform.
So you know the output type for goods receipt also, means for the material document also you're doing some output type.
Yeah, is it that one also possible, but I not find any issue in that. It is pre-owned default. I'm doing
Okay. So where we can do that output for goods receipt or material document?
in goods receipt. I think we don't have that output type in reports wise we have output type.
Mhm,
In true like in we have the print preview or messages in the header box. So
mhm.
in that way we do.
You have a print preview, right?
Yes, in purchase order we have print preview.
And in goods receipt?
In goods receipt we don't have.
Okay.
In reports we have uh,
So what
through
kind of
ME9F we can generate the print.
ME9A for which type of document?
It is purchase order doc.
So what is the T code for goods receipt? Goods receipt output, do you have any idea on that?
No, generally we don't have good output determination for goods receipt as per my knowledge.
So you have mentioned you have cross-functional issue resolving in STFI and FI and CO, right? So
Yes.
okay, can you just let me know what kind of issues that you got regarding this ST and MM integration?
SD and MMNT. Sometimes sometimes we have the two plants from we have the two in nearby areas only, within a kilometer, within 100 kilometers range.
Mm,
So sometimes we need to transfer stock from one plant to another plant within a single company code. So sometimes what we will do in goods inventory management activity itself only. If like 303 movement type and 315 movement type. So if I have any if you have any building activity for that as per the requirement from the business, we need some building activities. In that case we do in the purchase order in STO process, like item get document type is UB and the item category is view. um, in this process we have the SD integration. If in this process we have any doubt, we may contact with SD, so the issue will be resolved. Like shipping condition was not unable, was not coming in the item detail,
so
or
what is
some sales organization view.
what is the scenario for that? You are preparing, let's say you are doing the goods transfer or stock transfer in one single company code, right?
Yes,
From
yes.
plant to plant. So what is the scenario?
Scenario from one transferring the stock from one plant to another plant, we will do in two way. One is through purchase order, we can do the uh, stock movement, physical stock movement. Yeah, or
Mm,
else we can do the in inventory management through transfer posting, remove from the storage and place in the storage to plant to the requirement to the desired client.
mm.
The main condition is we if we go with the purchase orders, we have some pre-owned condition table pricing procedure are available in purchase order,
Mm.
but not in the case of inventory management.
Okay.
transfer posting. Yes.
So are you means doing the shipping process also, or you are going without shipping process?
No, no, we are not going with shipping process.
Okay. So you are
Generally, we're
going.
transferring from plant to plant only. After manufacturing the product, they're transferring to another plant.
Okay. Okay. So in the transfer, you are having the billing also.
Yes, billing also. Sometimes it only sometimes.
Okay, Arun, that's it then. We will finish this discussion now. Okay. And we will have one more session where we can discuss about the outcome. Let's start from the beginning. So overall, I can tell you this is not up to the mark. You have to prepare yourself bit more. Okay.
Yeah.
So from the first thing, let's understand. So from the resume perspective, okay. From
Okay.
the resume perspective, you have mentioned all the information in a haphazardous way. Okay. So the main means when I asked you, have you worked on a implementation project? You are saying no, but in the resume you have mentioned it. Okay. The
Okay.
business blueprint and the requirement gathering, all the things you have mentioned over there. Okay. So
Okay.
first you need to um, mention in your resume properly what experience you have, or you are showing what experience you don't have. Okay. That you need to mention. If you don't have an implementation experience, then remove the points that relate to your implementation experience. Okay. So implementation experience in the sense, let's say configuration, and let's say you are saying the requirement gathering and all the things that you need to remove if you don't have a implementation experience. Okay.
Sir, even
Uh,
configurations also in implementation only.
configurations also majorly it will happen in implementation only. In support project, majorly we don't do the configuration label changes unless there is a requirement. Okay.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
are, you can say like, but whatever you have mentioned, like you have done some document type you have created for purchase requisition or purchase order, you have mentioned that.
Yes.
So in support project we don't create, because document type it will already be there. Means everything needs to be there in the implementation phase itself. Okay. You don't need to create a new document type in support project unless you are having a, let's say, rollout project, or any, yeah, in rollout project only. If you need to have a new document type, then you can create it. Okay. But in
Okay.
support
Okay.
project we are not creating any document type or anything. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So next one is I have asked you daily routines. Okay. Daily routines should not be only based on your ticket resolving. Okay. There are different
Okay.
kind of roles are there, roles and responsibility are there. So there you have to mention different types of role or different types of responsibility other than ticket solving. Okay. Other than ticket solving, there are many things, let's say background job, we need to monitor that, or maybe some idoc monitoring will be there. If you have a interface issue or anything, you need to monitor it there, and you have to attend the let's say you have to attend the daily calls, or calls will be there. Means monitoring
Okay.
calls will be there, daily calls, weekly calls, bi-weekly calls, or let's say monthly calls will be there. Okay. There are
Okay.
different
Sir,
kind of
calls on for what, sir? Calls for what? Uh,
daily whatever work you are doing, you need to
okay.
present an update, and team needs to get a track of it. Okay. All the team, that
Okay.
sc team will there, team will be there, and overall everyone needs to get a track of it. What are the tickets that you are handling? If you are facing some challenges, if that needs to be closed under sla, if there is some long pending issues, there will be there. Okay. That will be
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
So they need to track it. So for that there will be daily meetings will be happening. Okay.
Okay.
Rather, other than that, you have to see for what are the different kind of responsibility in support project. Okay, this is
Okay.
the second thing. Third thing is, when I asked you what is your business process, so you told me we have only contract and scheduling agreement. Okay,
Okay.
then next on the later phase you have told you have a stock transfer scenario. Okay, if you have a stock transfer scenario, then
Yes, sir.
you could have
Yeah.
told it we have a stock transfer scenario also, that is a business process. Okay, so in the business process
Yes.
you have to explain whatever the business process. Let's say you have a third party scenario, you have a stock transfer scenario, or you have a regular P2P cycle, means contract and scheduling agreement, that will come under your outline agreement. Okay, that is also a different
Okay.
scenario, means it's a special procurement scenario, so you have to mention that. Okay, so this is on
Okay.
business scenario. Next, if we come to scheduling agreement and contract, you need to, when someone is asking you that explain the procurement cycle, so in the procurement cycle if you have a contract and scheduling agreement, first you need to have a contract. Okay, first you need to have a
Yeah.
agreement for scheduling agreement, and also for contract you need to have a agreement, like whatever you have created, that ME31K or ME31L, that you need to be sure. And whenever someone is asking you for the where you can do it, or be confirm of that, so
Okay.
there both of the T codes are there, ME31K is also there, ME31L is also there, you need to be sure what are the T codes and what is the difference between that. Okay, basically
Okay.
ME33L is for the value contract and ME33K is for the uh, I believe it is for
Quantity.
value contract is for I believe it is K, and quantity contract I believe it is for L. Okay, so you need to be sure where it is, what is the T code and what is the significance of it. Okay, and
Okay.
whenever you are saying let's say you are saying P2P cycle, then you need to be sure where it needs to be, a contract needs to be generated. If you, that this is a contract process, then first there should be a contract. On the contract itself you have to create your further documents whenever you are having, let's say, PR. So first
Yes.
there will be a PR. After that you will need to create, either if you know the vendor you can directly create a contract for that, or if you don't know the vendor then you have to search for vendor. Okay, then
Yeah.
there is one more process included to that, finding vendors or shortlisting vendors. You have to do the RFQ and then you have to maintain the quotation, and on the quotation you have to create a contract. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
or else if you have directly, you have the vendor directly, you can create a contract without any let's say reference also, you can create a contract. Okay,
Okay.
so that is contract part. Scheduling agreement. Do you have any PO for scheduling agreement? No, we don't have any PO for scheduling agreement, because in the scheduling agreement directly we are sending the schedule lines to the vendor. On the schedule dates, they will send the material to us. This is the difference between scheduling agreement and contract. In contract, we have contract release PO, but in
Yeah.
scheduling agreement, we don't have any PO. Okay,
Okay.
need to be sure about that process knowledge. You have to be sure on that, what is the process, what is the difference. Okay, if you tell okay, yes, we have a contract for scheduling agreement, we have PO for contract, if you contradict to your own statement and you confuse yourself and the interviewer, then definitely they will ask you more and more questions. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
so
Yes.
whatever you are saying, be means be sure on that. If you are saying something wrong, that's okay, not a problem. But you can tell, as per my knowledge, I know this. Okay, then they might ask you different question. Okay, so don't
Okay. Yeah.
confuse them. Don't confuse them. Okay.
Okay.
Next
Sir,
in
one thing, one please, one doubt. I have one doubt.
yeah,
Can I ask?
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So through contract we can create purchase order in business scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not in a scheduling agreement.
Not in scheduling agreement. What is the
Yeah.
scheduling agreement process? We create a agreement, then we create schedule line, then we send it to the vendor. That's it.
Vendor. So okay.
Okay. So that
Okay.
is the process for scheduling agreement. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Next we will come to the stock transfer part. Okay.
Yeah.
Stock transfer, you are saying we are doing it for the intra company, because you said that we have a scenario where inside only one company code we are moving the stock from plant to plant. Okay, so
Okay.
in the intra company process we have only two process. There is no billing in the intra company because it is a inside one company code. There should not be any accounting document will generate, there should not be any billing will be there. Okay, this is the first thing. There is two scenario in the stock transfer process
Okay.
for intra company. One is with shipping, one is without shipping. So if you are saying we are doing it through the inventory management or one step process, directly you can say there is no shipping process, no billing process. Directly we are moving stock from one location to another. If you are saying it is the location is, let's say, in 100 kilometers apart or something, you need a shipping for that. There comes the SD integration and you have the shipping condition, shipping condition will be there. Okay, so you have explained the shipping and SD integration, all the things you said. When I asked you is shipping is there in your process, so you said no, only billing process was there. So intra company, no billing is there. Only we, if we need, we can have the shipping process. You need to be
Okay.
confirm on the processes and how it works. Okay, what are the different process and how it works? The process that you choose, you need to be sure how it is working and what is the, let's say, what is the configuration over there. Okay,
Okay.
next thing, when I asked you about the output type we can configure it in the SPRO settings. But if someone is asking you how you are triggering the output, then you can say them it is not through the SPRO label. In like the T code you have said ME9F. ME9F is for output for purchase order. For purchasing document you can do the output type in ME9F. And if you are doing the output for your material document, you can do it in MB90. MB90 is the T code, and that you can go through the SAP menu screen. You can do it there. Next
Okay.
question, if someone is asking you,
Sir,
have
it
you
also comes under support roles, sir, output determination also.
output determination, if you say we are having some issues regarding output determination, definitely it will be there. Output
Okay.
determination you can't create, or you can't create or any change anything, but definitely you can see what is the issue, why the output is not triggering, and sometimes output will not trigger. In that scenario you have to see the configuration, what is there, what, why it is not triggering, what is the issue, that you need to be sure. And you need to, if you need to check, you need to re-trigger the output type. So in ME9F you have to re-trigger it.
Okay.
Sorry, MB90 or ME9F you have to re-trigger it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Sir, good in goods received, you said output determination, message type.
yes, goods is means for goods movement also we have output determination for that.
Okay.
In MB90 you can send the, you can do the output for the material document. And if you are doing it for invoice, you can go to MR91 or MB91, I believe. I'm not sure about it right now. Either MR91 or MB91, any one of it. Okay, for the
Okay.
invoicing document. So be prepared on this. Just
Yeah.
brush up your skills a little bit more and practice a little bit more, so that it will be good for you to answer the question rightly. Okay. And
Yes.
apart from that, there are many things they will ask you. If you are mentioning the, let's say, implementation project you are mentioning, they will ask you more questions. And one more thing, on the ticketing perspective, what you have told, it is a minor issue like the document type, they are not like they're not selecting the document type in the purchase order, that is a minimum issue, or that is related to your user, means they don't have a user manual or they don't know how to perform the task. It is a beginning period of time, it will not come as a ticket. Okay,
Okay.
it should not come as a ticket, because it should be in your work instruction to the users in the UAT itself. So if you are
Okay.
doing the testing and training, it will be included in that. That should not become as a let's say ticket. It should not come. Okay. And
Okay.
second thing, what you have said, like you are facing some issues where,
Contract. Yeah. Contract
yeah,
exceeds.
yeah, contract exceeds. That is also a one-time issue. It will not come again and again. Okay,
Yeah.
because contract exceed, okay, you can renew the contract or you can create a new contract, that's it. Okay,
Oh,
and
okay.
it will come once in a while or maybe once in a time. Okay, it will not come regularly. So you need to practice on some of the tickets that is regular occurring. What is the issue, what are the issue, what might be there, some regular kind of issues. And this is also a single time issue for the contract value exceed and all the things, and you cannot tell this like a major issue, because you just have to create a new contract, or you have to just extend the validity or change the contract value, that's it, right? This is
Yes.
not a
Yes. Right.
major concern.
Major
So
issue. Yes.
for the major concern, you can say about the, let's say, MMSD integration, or maybe anything you can say, but that should be a severity impact. Okay, this is not like
Okay.
you're saying anything is severe, but only a single user is affected or any single location is affected. That is not a problem when you can say it is a severe thing. Okay, so severe thing
Okay.
is when your all businesses, they're not performing any activities like that, it will be there. That is a severe situation. Okay, either a
Okay.
whole of a location or whole of a plant is unable to do any transactions, or they are unable to perform any activities, that is a, in that scenario, it is a severe issue. Okay, you need to
Okay.
prepare some of the tickets regarding to that also. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all about it right now.